My friends, welcome to Talk Casual. And today we're broadcasting all out of the Outer Rim tonight, actually. Let's get that right. To the left of me is the dancing monkey himself, Ian. We've got him.
Hey,
Hooray!
yep, I'm back. I've wrapped up my paintbrushes, so I won't be painting the house anytime soon. Maybe next week, probably. And so I'm free to talk Armada.
Yay! And is there a drink of choice for tonight?
There is some whiskey over there I've got to finish, but I've got reason to shave tonight. I'm just going to leave it at that.
Fair enough. And as always, I'm the dancing monkey himself, Ariel. All right, what are we going to do tonight, Ian? You're here tonight. You ask what we're doing here tonight.
Well, I believe we've been broadcasting some interesting games on the channel recently for some kind of tournament for some reason.
Yes,
I think there wasn't there?
Yes, that's right. I've been,
I think we're going to be talking about the results about that tournament.
Absolutely, I've been on a streaming bender, as they call it. So I've basically it was about 60 or 70 hours of content from this tournament. So we're talking about the Trans-Tasman Championship 2021. So it was 4 rounds of Swiss, and of course at the end, the one on top wins it all, wins the biscuits. So tonight we're going to go through some analysis that Andrew Bullen has given us as well. I've done some little things as well, and of course you and I are going to go through the lists because I've been watching the games and I've been seeing the games. I've seen the lists, but I bet you would be interested in what lists and what they did well.
Yeah, there's one list I'm really interested in.
I know which one you're very interested in because I saw it and I thought, this is Ian's list, so definitely we will definitely talk about the list, and it'll be always good to have a set of fresh eyes. Yes, Clint, you didn't see any biscuits. You'll get your biscuits soon enough. All right, let's head on.
Actually, while I've been painting, I haven't been doing Armada and stuff because I've been renovating the house, and while I've been painting, Clint, I actually have some prizes here from last year's league, which I ran, which is still here at my place. So, yeah, now that Terry's open again, I'll bring them down to the store next week, mate. You can finally pick them up. Same with you, Trash. Trash, if you're watching as well, I've still got your prizes too.
Oh, we'll see. All right, so let's head to the statistics first. We'll go run through them first, and then we'll go to the list analysis. So, yeah, we had 25 players. In this tournament. We did have one dropout due to personal reasons, but we understand he was a player from India, funny enough. So job well done for him just joining our league and playing it. So yeah, we had 25 players. We dropped down to 24. So those first 2 rounds, we did have a bye. And of course, let's go through the faction representation. So we had 11 Imperials, 10 Rebels, 3 Republic, and 1 Separatist in this whole thing. So it's 4% of the whole tournament. We had 1 Separatist. So that was really interesting. I expected a couple more Separatists. I expected a lot of Separatists with another commander that didn't show up. There's only one commander that did show up for the Separatists, of course, being one faction. But of course, Imperial Rebels, almost 50-50. And the Republic having a slight showing. Yeah,
it's a shame. I would like to see more Separatists, but
I
think everyone's still. We'll talk about that later, I suppose. Yeah, we'll talk about that later when we get to it. But yeah, I would like to see more Separatists.
I feel like that people having more fun building Separatist fleets than Republic fleets, but it didn't show in this tournament. So I think everyone wanted
having fun building a list, but not having the confidence to fly them. Perhaps
probably they wanted to be a bit more serious and take something that's tried and tested into a tournament. You know, it was a serious tournament with serious prizes, so maybe that was the logical thinking behind that. All right, let's go down to the I believe the count of admirals. So this will be interesting for you, Ian. The Rebel and Imperial Commander free apart is Akbar and Ramadi.
Because more dice is always good.
Yeah, of course, more dice. And one of the cheapest commanders and one of the most expensive commanders are equal.
Kind of funny, that.
It is, yeah. Next, we had 2 for Screed, Sloan, Sato, and Kraken.
Kraken, gotta love Kraken.
Gotta love Kraken. So the Kraken.
Gotta love Kraken. Kraken's great.
Kraken's got some love, and even Sato's got some love. So
I know Trash was flying Kraken. I can't wait to see who else was flying Kraken. And yeah, Sato. It's good to see Sato getting in there with some dice changing. It's I'm interested to see how those what list those were as well.
absolutely. And then we have one of each for Constantine, Tarkin.
How does that happen?
Constantine made the cut. Yularen, Vader, Dodonna. So that's Admiral Tarkin, and then we've got Grand Moff Tarkin. Then we've got Agate, Martuk, Mon Mothma, Plo Koon, and Ozzel.
So being one Agate, I guess there was probably only one Starhawk.
Yes. No, there's two Starhawks.
Oh, it was?
There was two Starhawks, actually. As I said, we'll go through the list. James was flying one, and Jim was flying one. So we'll go through them as well. Cool. So no show for Ozzel made the cut as well. That's interesting as well. Nothing for Piet. Who else is no
Garm?
No Garm. Is there?
Garm?
I thought there was a Vader's there. Grand Moff Tarkin.
No Grievous. No Grievous.
No Grievous. No, because there's only one separatist player. No. No. I thought there was a Thrawn. I'm sure there was a Thrawn.
Huh. Oh, well, you'll have to find out who done all these charts and have a go at them for it.
I'm sure Thrawn made the list too. I have to double check. Doesn't sound right to me. But I believe there was one Thrawn in the list. Must cancel 25. Never mind. I'll find out what the list was anyway. I know which list I'm thinking of. All right. So now we go to the ship count. So this is how many ships were in the tournament itself. Of course, the GR75 coming out on top. And
no surprises there, realistically.
Yeah, and the next one, 10 ISDs, 10 CR90s.
That is interesting. 10 ISDs and 10 CR90s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, how many? Hey, there were 11 Imperial players?
Yeah, 11 Imperial players.
Yeah, so every... Oh, hang on, wait. Clint was in there, so he had 2. So, yeah, so he had 2 in his.
Yes.
I was almost going to say, did that mean almost all of them had 1? But no, Clint had 2, so probably 9 at least had 1.
Okay. Mac didn't have one. I know he flew a victory, and he flew a very interesting list that came second. We'll get to see that later on.
Yep.
Then, of course, 9 for the Gazantes, 8 for the MC30s, then 7 for the Onegas, of course, a very heavy Onega presence there. 5 for the Pelters, which, funny enough, it was all in one list. Again, we'll get to that. Ian's very excited about that, and we'll definitely get through that list, and we'll definitely give our thoughts to that. So 3 Gladiators, 3 apiece for Gladiators, Acclamators, Hammerheads, Interdictors, Architects, Assault Frigates, 2 Starhawks, 2 Venators, 2 Nebs, and then 1 MC80, Victory, Consular, Province, Maleficent, Hardsell, Quasar, and Raider.
Out of all this, the one that surprises me actually is 8 MC30s.
Yeah.
I don't know why. That's sort of surprising me a little bit. Like, a lot of people going for those. I suppose there's probably a few of them. I think there was one that had 2 in one list.
Yes.
I know Trash had 1.
Yeah.
So much for 3, Irish, but still to have another 5.
Yeah, James had 2 in his. Then, I believe James, both Jameses had 2. No, James had the Hammerheads. The Irish Mad Cat had 2 MC30s, and then James Steed had Hammerheads in his. And then, a lot of them.
That is, but I'll be honest though, 8 of them. That's pretty surprising in a tournament. I don't think I've ever seen that before.
Yeah,
but that is pretty cool.
It is.
They are glass cannons. They're good glass cannons. They're fast glass cannons, but they are glass cannons.
But with the 1.5 changes, it's made Foresight like a beast in beast mode. So.
It is, yeah. Foresight against Ramadi.
Yeah. It's just whatever. Next, please.
Yeah, so, pretty much. Yeah,
so and even if you get that perfect roll, you have Lando on there. Next, So so it is. You're right, Ian. It's 8 MC30s is a pretty big task, especially that it started off as a really bad ship, and then people worked it out and started getting good upgrades. So definitely 1.5 helping it. No SSDs, sadly enough. There was
not a lot of large. Actually, also I'm just looking at that too. Not a lot of large base rebel ships.
Yeah, 1 MC80. So and 2 Starhawks.
But none of the other ones. Yeah, 2 Starhawks and MC80 like 3. Yeah, that's it. It's Rebels sticking with the smaller ships.
Yeah, we didn't have a recusant as well. The beast. We'd have no recusants. I thought a recusant would make with Patriot Fist would come along. Nope, nothing like that. What else was missing? We still got your gladiators with the demos. Interdictors, or two of the interdictors were in one of the fleets. So there was one with 2 interdictors on it. What else? What else?
No one. Also, you know what else was
You
missing?
got architects as well.
You know what else was missing? No one was brave enough to bring an SSD.
No, I was still saying no SSD before. Yeah,
No SSD.
no SSD before, and no rebel pelters.
Yeah,
That's
a shame. That's a shame.
Those pelters are Republic pelters. So, but yeah, you got your nebs. So yeah, it's I don't think anything else is missing there. MC75s.
Yeah.
No MC75s.
Yeah.
That was another interesting one as well.
Well, we didn't have what's your name? Radis. No Radis bombs, I'd say.
No Radis, yeah, no Radis. That's it.
Yeah, because there's no Radis, so why would you bring an MC75?
Yeah. That's another.
They seem to go hand in hand, don't they?
Yeah. There's an Admiral that's been missing in this. So yeah. All right, let's go to the next one here. Here we have the ship points. So this goes through the highest, how many ships you've got in a fleet, down to the lowest ship points in the fleet. So I know Clint was either the only 400 pointer with all ships. Oh, wow. And then it goes from 398, 391, and to the lowest 257. So your mid-range is around the 300 mark for your ships.
Those are ships and upgrades, obviously.
Yeah, ships and upgrades. Yeah,
it's not including squadrons.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
So only 3 had ventured 19 points or less for ships. Sorry, less than squadrons. So yeah, I presume the 400 is Clint, and I believe probably the ship, the 257, I would say would be David himself. So again,
yeah.
But and a nice, again, these thanks to Andrew for this. This is a nice graph here to show, and you can see that, the averages was around the 320, 325 mark, and it goes 331, 333 is your ship count. All right, let's go to the squadron points. You've got here. Of course, you've got one on exactly 134. Then you've got 2 others on 133 and 132, and then 2 on 127. So basically 5 almost at max squadrons. Then you've got on the opposite end, you've got 2 on 0 squadrons. Then your next one is 16, and then you've got your medium ball of between 42 and 89. Then you've got your almost high. You got your hundreds from 106 to 116. So the medium base.
Yeah, they say everyone seems to go. It looks like everyone's going high, or they're going pretty low. It's sort of, there aren't many in that mid range, like that 80 to 100 mark. There aren't really many there, are there?
No.
So I think if you're looking around at 70 or lower, you're looking at pretty low numbers in squadrons, and 100 above is. Yeah.
I'd say around 70 to 50 is your medium squadron ball. Anything up that is like your high end, not your max, but high. Like anything over 100 is your high, and anything over 100 and 130, 120, high 120s is your max squadron ball. But there anything below
16 points.
16 points. So that's what 2 TIE fighters.
Yeah, I was going to say that's probably just something like 2 TIE fighters.
Yeah, that was
one ace. That was Tycho.
No, that was Lachlan with his 2 TIE fighters in his interdictor build. So
okay,
yeah, and of course Clint was one of the squadronless fleets. I can't remember the other second squadronless fleets, but we'll go through that very shortly. All right, let's go down to bids. This is another interesting one as well. There was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 players with no bid.
Yeah.
Then the highest bid, David, he had 10 points, 2 on 9, 3 on 4, 3 on 3, 2 on 2, and then 3 on 1 point bids.
The interesting thing there as well, because like at 4 points, from 4 points up, 4 points and lower, you're looking at, oh, I probably can't afford that card, or I've got no slots to fill, or a card's not going to be useful to me. So you kind of stick at 4. So I don't know if you can really count those people from 4 and lower to really be looking to have a bid.
Yeah.
Maybe I just thought, oh, there's no point taking that extra card because it's not really going to do anything. I'll probably forget. I might just have that 4-point bid just for them. They're not really, I don't believe they're building for a bid. But
no,
it looks like 3 people did.
Yes.
And 2 of them, I bet.
Well, yeah. Well, you can, for 4 points, like for Imperials, you can put, like, say, First Skilled Officer or Darth Vader or something like that, or Oz or somewhere. You can.
I'm sure someone could take racks.
You can take racks on top of that. So, yeah, I think they're going for a slight bid. Remember, if you've got 4 bid points, you're outbidding most of the players in this tournament. So
that is true.
So you think about it that way. 4 points is pretty good. 9 would be great. From 4 to 9, that's a really big jump. So, yeah. So, hey, Lachlan, welcome on board, and we're going through the list analysis. Sorry, the analysis of the points here that Andrew has given us. All right, let's go to the next one.
The fun thing, I'll just say this about bids, though, like those 3 people taking those risks with 10 and 9, it's, you're really taking that risk to bid, so you're really bidding for that strategy to be the first or second player.
Look,
and that has to be a bigger important thing in your list than, like, 9 points can get you, like, that could get you 3 cards, or could get you an extra squadron. It's amazing what that could do. 9 points in the list. So they really wanted that big.
Absolutely. I know who the 10
I'm interested to see what those lists are.
Yeah, I know who the 10-pointer is, and that's David. So I'll go through his strategy because it's pretty simple and it's really effective, which is really good for him, and it works for him. All right, let's head down to activations. Where was I? Activations. So the highest activation count was 6. Next it was 3 5s. The rest, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 4s, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 3s. So the highest.
Seems everyone's building that 3 to 4.
Yeah, 3 to 4. Yeah. Basically, 90% of the fleets in the tournament was a 3 and 4 bid activations. So
there's not really that much of a difference really between 3 and 4 activations. Like, it is pretty big, but in terms of what you can do in the list is not much. But yeah, 5 and 3 are real different. Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah,
everyone's around 3 to 4.
So there's no 2 ships or anything like that. It's just 3 and 4 is the way to go.
I really would have thought, especially with the whole pass tokens being a thing now for everyone, I really thought you would have seen more 2-ship builds.
I don't know why, but no.
Nope.
Not in this tournament, but of course we have some wacky builds, and we'll definitely go. As I said, we'll go through them, and really nice builds that really interesting food for thought, though. All right. Anything further on activations?
No, I'm just surprised. I really would have thought we would have seen some more 2-ship builds, but I suppose now when you got the whole, I suppose a lot of people do have 2 ships and a Gazanti or a GR75, so. I suppose technically you are a 2-ship list. It's just she's got that one little support wagon, I suppose. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, so now this is my one I've decided to build. So this one is the objectives. So the red objectives. Let me get that up on my screen because I actually. All right, so we've got the assault objectives, so the red objectives, of course. 8 for most wanted, your stock standard one. 5 for surprise attack. 4 for precision strike. 3 for advanced gunnery. 2 for blockade run. 1 for station assault. 1 for marks of destruction, and 1 for rift assault.
Good old rift assault.
1 for rift assault. Yeah.
1 for rift assault.
1 for rift assault.
Yeah.
So
okay.
So your old bread and butter, most wanted, with 32% of the field being taken there, and second place is surprise attack. So over 50% is most wanted and surprise attack.
This is everybody's objectives, was it?
Yes, everyone's objectives. This is their red objective. This is their red objectives.
Oh, red. Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Their red objectives. So going through red objectives first.
Yeah.
So this is everyone's red objective. So 8 had most wanted, and 5 had surprise attack.
Yeah. I wonder if I suppose people just take most wanted, so that way people either won't pick it,
Yeah,
or they just might not have surprise attack, I guess, or don't know how surprise attack works. Because I know surprise attack to me is always so strong, but I know, I suppose you got people with Ramadi, you got Akbar. I guess you would want to take most wanted, wouldn't you?
so I didn't. The most funny thing is, I didn't see a lot of red objectives. I think I saw one most wanted being played, and I never saw surprise attack. I saw a precision strike was used against Leicester's game, which was interesting. But yeah, a lot of them were choosing the navigation, the blue objectives. So, so yeah, I understand why. If people had a lot of most wanted, that's the last thing you want to see. So,
yeah, the other one too, advanced gunnery, I suppose, because gunnery teams have been nerfed a bit, hasn't it?
yes, it
So I'm
has.
surprised gunnery teams hasn't made us. Ever since gunnery teams came out, people kind of looked at advanced gunnery, probably not, but I guess everyone's still got that habit, because now I'd almost take advanced gunnery now, especially in larger ship lists as well, because, well, why not? You're not going to take gunnery teams anymore.
Well,
So
we did have a heavy Onega presence, so maybe for Onega players, advanced gunnery just doesn't do it. So
yeah,
probably
that's
the
the trouble, isn't it?
the reason why. So
Yeah, that's probably what is actually deterring it. It really is the Onegas. So
yeah.
yeah. Do
Apart
you
from
think that would deter? Do you think that would deter most wanted as well, though? Wouldn't you?
most wanted, you can do most wanted as long as you have a Gazanti. So
Yeah, I know. That just means they can probably even wipe that one little ship off sooner. But yeah, I'd probably almost pick everybody's most wanted.
yeah.
As long as they don't have an Onega. Yeah.
So Lachlan, I only played my surprise attack once in the last round. Yeah, I didn't get to that game, sadly. Lachlan, I was away at the time. But yeah, there was most games I saw, a lot of people picked the blue objective. So yeah, again, the oldies are sometimes the goodies, and it's really. Oh, I don't know what happened there. I was in the wrong listing. There we go. I thought I switched over, but I didn't. Never mind. Apologies. I don't know if people saw. I think I didn't transition over. I didn't press the transition button. That was my mistake. So I did
people call me a monkey for pushing the wrong button.
I know. I did have graphs, people. So there's the. I'll quickly go through them if you didn't see them, sadly enough. So that is the faction breakdown. And then that is the count of the admirals. That's the count of ships there. That is the ship's points. If you want to see it, just pause it, I say. Don't pause it.
YouTube has a pause button. It's very useful.
Yes. That's the squadron points. That is the bids. That is the activations. And okay, we're back to the objectives there. All right, so let's head over to the yellow objectives. So that is the defense objectives. Again, this one was pretty even, as you can see by the wheel itself. So we've got.
Given how many MC30s there were in there, and even some demos as well, I'm not surprised that Hyperspace Assault is up there.
Yeah, so yeah,
it really doesn't surprise me at all.
Hyperspace and Asteroid Tactics, definitely Asteroid Tactics is really like a staple on for anyone who had Lando on them. So you could, and either that or Fighter Ambush. Fighter Ambush was also really highly taken as well. And of course,
just goes the old good old favorite contested outpost though has dropped down quite a bit, hasn't it?
It has, yeah. But there's also a lot of high squadron fleets as well that took your standard of fighter squadron objectives. So yeah, so contested outpost has look, it's midway. It's, remember, the highest count is 5, the lowest count is 2, so it's midway. So yeah, you've got 3 for fighter ambush, 3 for abandoned mining facility, 3 for contested outpost, and then 2 for fleet and being, rift ambush, and capture the VIP. So nothing too serious there. Again, the oldies are still the goodies. Hyperspace assault being used. Rift ambush is probably the newest one and fleet and being being from
And Asteroid Tactics as well.
Asteroid.
That's pretty
Well,
new.
Asteroid,
It's good to see that. It's good to see Asteroid Tactics has taken up a pretty high.
Yeah.
They were being one of the newer ones.
yeah, they
You
do.
know what? It's been out for 4 years or
Yeah,
something.
that, we call it as a new one. It's been
You
out
still
for
call it
4
a
years.
new one?
Yeah. But Astro Taxis is really good, especially anything with exegolfs, and you have a low squadron count. The exegolfs are an absolute really good to,
I wouldn't be surprised if that's part of the reason why it's in there, actually, because everyone took that for that specific reason, to counter against heavy squadron lists.
Yeah, or just to stop that rush of squadrons coming towards you, so you have that area of denial from squadrons. A lot of times that's what exegolfs were used. People didn't fall into the trap, they just kept them behind. All right, and this is the interesting one that people were asking a lot, and I found a very interesting, is the defense, the navigation objectives, so the blue objectives. So we have 6 for infested fields, 6 for superior positions, 4 for dangerous territory, 4 for solar corona, 3 for minefields, 1 for volatile deposits, and 1 for doom station. Yeah, so
infested fields, trying to get those exegolfs again.
Yep.
So yeah, superior positions, that's not surprising at all. But actually, given how many corvettes there were in the MC30s, that superior positions being 6 doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, that's a lot of things. What happened was a lot of people chose superior positions, especially as a first player, because they had Jaina's Light.
Yeah.
And I found a lot of games where Jaina's Light's like, ha ha ha, I'll take this, thank you very much. And a lot of the games were superior position being this weak objective for the second player, where both players would score the same points in the end, and it'll be no benefit for that second player.
Well, that's why you look at Solar Corona. I really thought Solar Corona would be above superior positions there. Like, you think that more people would take that, because you're pretty much getting the same thing. You're not getting the extra dice, you're not getting extra points, sorry. But the difference is you're minimizing your, what they can do to you in terms of attacking. Like, they have to lose the accuracy when they roll at you, so you get to use your defense tokens. So I'm really surprised that more people chose superior positions over Solar Corona.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's surprising a little bit. I don't know, I suppose it depends on list breakdown and which list took it, I guess. That's what it comes down to.
But a lot of games was superior positions, and a lot of games the points went 50-50, and it was just no benefit for the second player. And it's really interesting that at 24% of the whole navigation objectives, superior position was taken. So almost 50% was invested fields and superior positions of the objectives. So it's interesting that, like, Doom Station, volatile deposits, and stuff of the new stuff isn't being chose. Like what's the Purga one as well?
The Purgles, look, you take the Purgles with like your big heavy hitters and that sort of stuff, which just want to sit in the corner.
Yeah. So
I'm surprised. Well, we've had a few of those, I guess. I think. No, not really, actually.
So that's not in here as well. So
I don't think people are playing. You know what? I think that tactic really works if you just want to sit in the corner and just gather points. But with Onigers out there, I don't think people want to take that tactic.
Right. Yeah.
That's what it is. I think that might be the reason why you don't see Purgles.
Okay.
Maybe. I don't know.
So interesting with the yellow one as well. We did see planetary ion cannon as well too. That's gone as well.
Yeah. That one wasn't in there, was it?
That wasn't in there as well. So potential. Lachlan saying the potential problem with contested outpost is you can get pushed off by a Starhawk. Yeah, fair enough. That's the last thing you want. It's a Starhawk, careening down in front of your face.
Yeah, but hey, if you got 3 Star Destroyers and a Starhawk coming at you and you're camped down on that contested outpost, do you care? That's how you bring down the Starhawk.
Yeah. So Hyperspace Migration is the farming one. Yes, it is. But it did not make the list this year. It was null and void for that one. So again, a lot of people asking, why do people choose infested fields? And I think that's going to be a new talk casual segment. Someone asked the question, why is people choosing superior positions? That's one. Might have to ask the question, and why is that still popular as a choice?
Yeah. Well, I suppose it comes down to the list. If you've got, fast-moving ships, you've got a lot of squadrons, it makes sense.
Yeah. All right, that's the analysis taken care of, Ian. That's what we've got for you in that. A very thank you for Andrew for running those for us. and that was a very interesting analysis on the tournament scene. Right, let's head down to the most important thing Ian likes, and it's the lists.
Yeah, we've got to see who's flying what and how they win it.
Absolutely. All right, so our first place player was, of course, David. David was flying his Task Force Orange with, of course, the Corvettes Akbar, Turbo Laser Reroute Circuits, Chainless Lights, and then 3 Corvette 8s with Turbo Laser Reroute Circuit. Then, of course, a GR75 with Ada Talon, boosted comms. And then, of course, the Squadrons were Lando, 3 YT2400s, Koran Horan, Ketsu Onu, 391. So this was actually 9 points for him. And his objectives were most wanted, fighter ambush, and superior positions.
Yeah, it's a strong list.
Yeah, this is where
you can't really knock this. Like, just the squadrons alone. Like they're all rogue, and they're all rogue. You got black dice on those YTs. Yeah, I can't remember. Lando rolls pretty good against ships as well. So does Corin. It's strong. Like that's 115 points of strong squadrons.
Yeah.
It's reliable dice with Akbar out the side of the Corvette, and they can just circle around you and just keep flicking, throwing shots at you.
He doesn't need to go any close. He just plinks away. Then the squadrons just absolutely murder you. All the games that I saw David play, that is, he went second, always went second, and everyone chose fighter ambush. So what he did was position the rocks, one close to the fleet or somewhere where you think that the fleets will deploy, then one in the middle. Then he'll put all of his squadrons, most of his squadrons, as closest to the fleet, the attacking fleet, the other player's fleet, the first player's fleet, and then he would put Koran Horan in the middle. So, and then he would get the GR75 to be in range of Koran Horan. So he, of course, he would activate Koran Horan, shoot, and then tap Ada Talon.
Yeah.
This would be 9 times out of 10. This is what he would do in the game, and he'll just constantly do that, and then rogue it back. It goes because Koran is a rogue, so he would shoot in the squadron face and then come back into range of the GR75 using snipe as well. So he did that very well, very offensively, and you're shooting squadrons in end of turn round 1. That's how quickly he was attacking, and then
you can't knock that effectiveness, and like all those ships are also pretty beefy as well. Like it's you're not going to kill those ships quick.
No.
So that's a nightmare of a squadron ball to deal with.
Lando, if it's like, well, I need 2 hits, bang, get rid of the brace. So,
and he's got 8 hull, so it's not like he's going to die in a hurry.
No, absolutely not. So it was just 115 points of just nasty squadrons there, and it rights deservedly deserves the win there. All right, so second place was Mac. His list was called Why Don't Just Bring An Onager. His command was Admiral Screed. So his objectives was advanced gunnery, hyperspace assault, and volatile deposits. So he had Imperial 1 with Captain Nita, Darth Vader, heavy iron emplacements, turbo laser reroute circuit, and then a Victory 1 with Admiral Screed, Captain Brunson, quad battery turrets, external racks, and Warlord. Then he had a Gladiator 1 with Commander Beck, Ordnance Experts, Assault Proton Torpedo, and Demolisher title, 4 TIE Fighters, Captain Jonas, and Sertric Strom. That is,
Mac looks like a problem.
Yeah, Mac is he thinks outside the box. He's one of the Canadian guys. When Fingo talks about him all the time, basically, he says that he comes up with very interesting lists, and this is one of those interesting lists that you kind of go, how does this work? But it works.
Oh, I can see how it works. That's not the hard issue there. It's like, it's not that how does it work. It's like, man, that is a pain in the ass to deal with, because you don't have, like, which ship do you want to go for? Like, you immediately think, like, take out that Victory because it's going to be it's the slowest.
Yeah.
But it's got Warlord and racks and Brunson and batteries, and it's not like it's not like it's going to be hard. It's not like it's going to go down easy either.
No.
So
Yeah.
easy shit you're doing. But the problem is then you got to deal with that bloody the Imperial Nita, heavy ion. Yeah, it's
Well, neither will give you the evade, so you could do turbo laser reroute circuits. So
yeah, exactly. That's the thing, really. Like the only way you beat this is by outflying it and trying to eliminate one ship at a time. But if he's flying that on point, which you can fly a Victory and an Imperial together quite well, and that Gladiator can just come around the back as well. It's just there's a lot there to deal with.
Yeah,
that's a really good list.
Yeah. So Brendan from Galactic Conflict, he always highly talks about Mac's ability to make these amazing lists, and they work. And to come second with that, with a Victory 1 without
which everybody knocks.
Yeah, without the which is the engine tech title. You think I know it off by heart, but
oh, you think you would?
Yeah, you know which one I'm on about.
I'm actually looking up now. Actually,
the engine tech title. Which one's that one, guys? Come on, help me out.
Victory. Where are you, Victory? You're down the bottom. So, well, you have Victory 1.
Victory 1.
So the title you're thinking of is Harrow.
Harrow, that's it, Harrow.
Yeah, so he took Warlord instead.
Took Warlord instead.
May change one of your dice to an accuracy.
It's an oldie but a goodie.
Yeah,
oldie but a goodie. Yeah. Jim
said you're getting strong dice out of Warlord. That's the thing, isn't it?
Yeah. Harrow,
Screed and Warlord.
Yeah,
God, that's disgusting.
Yeah. Jim says.
Well, the thing is, you don't need, like, I think what is it? The Starhawk proved you don't need to be speed 3. You just need to make sure you can hit hard and not die.
Yes.
And that's the thing. And you go and take Brunson. Well, you had Brunson that, didn't you? So
Brunson.
Go and throw Brunson. And what do you have? The quad laser turrets.
Quad battery turrets.
Quad battery. Which one's quad battery? That's
not 5 points,
isn't it? Yeah, quad battery. Which one is quad battery? I don't remember. Quad battery. 10 shit higher than you may add 1 blue die. Oh yeah. So more dice.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's perfect.
Yeah, more dice. Yeah, that's strong. Like you can't knock that. You can't knock that ship. Yeah, good to see Warlord too. You really don't see a lot of.
No,
Warlords,
you don't. You don't. You always see Harrow or something like that with engine.
Like I said, I had to look up and see what the hell is Warlord.
No, I remember.
You see Dominator.
I remember Warlord. Warlord is that.
You remember Warlord?
Yeah, I used to take Warlord all the time when I started out.
Yeah, I completely forgot what Warlord was. Everyone took Dominator.
No, Warlord was Warlord was my babe before the Interdictor came in. All right, so let's head down.
Even Corruptor, you wouldn't really take Corruptor, would you?
No.
3 Squadron. Yeah, no, I could see a Corruptor going ahead.
Corruptor's the bomber one, is it?
It's the bomber one.
Yeah, that's actually won a regionals in the US. I think US or Canada. I'm not 100%, but it did win a regionals.
Yeah, so come on, people, stop bitching about the Victory. It came second. Yeah,
I know. All right, let's move on. So let's
go.
Let's move on to third place now. We've got Daniel here. He's with the only separatist fleet in the tournament. So we've got the 400 points of Martuk. And of course, let's go back to large package. That was 396. So he had a big point of 4 points there. He was one of the 4-pointers. This is 400 points exactly. So we've got objectives is most wanted, abandoned mining facility, and superior positions. The flagship was a Providence class Dreadnought with Martuk, Invisible, Watt Tambor, local fire control, flak guns, thermal shields, DVY 827 heavy turbo lasers, link turbo laser towers, high capacity iron turbines, and external racks. 177 points. Then
that's going to hit you hard.
Oh yeah, a lot of what David wrote about this ship is do not attack. You leave it alone.
Yeah, leave it, ignore it, and go for the other stuff. Oh, God. Yeah. Oh, that's going to hurt.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at it thinking, oh, that hurts.
Double salvo with flak guns that allows you to get that extra dice at the nearest range, and then DBY that gives you a hit crit automatically. So yeah, don't come near it.
It hurts. Don't go near it.
Yeah, don't go near it.
I want to fly it.
Yeah. So then he's got a Maleficent class star frigate with Narsadar, and I said Narsadar. I always keep saying Narsadar like the planet. It's Narsador, Shumai, auxiliary shield teams, thermal shields, Ant armament, point defense iron cannons, then 1 hard cell with Beast of Burden, Tikis, auxiliary shield teams, pass 3 supply. Squadrons was General Grievous, the 2 tri-fighters. That's all I'm going to say there.
Yeah.
That's, you take the 2 tri-fighters, that's perfect. And General Grievous is almost like a Darth Vader-esque ability, as long as they don't have.
So I'm looking at this. I'm thinking, kill the squadrons, kill the hard cells, and run away.
Yeah, basically, that's what. That's
because even that Maleficent class, that doesn't sound like something you want to go up against.
No, because that point defense iron cannon, you get close to it, it allows you to re-roll dice. So if if you put your bombers onto it, re-roll, re-roll, re-roll. So
yep.
Yeah, so very nasty Providence class cruiser. It was just an absolute beast, and I think, yeah, if you went up against it, you're going to have some serious plan to go up against it. Granted, it's 177 points, but you've got to, yeah, it's like, you want to shoot at me? Go ahead. I'll hurt you even more. And with what
I'll shoot at you. I'll just make sure I've got crack and I'm a fair distance away.
And then on top of that, Wat Tambor can drain shields off other and give himself 10 engineering points. So, yeah. So we want to take my 5 shields away? Go ahead. I'll get them back. Thank you very much. So, yeah. It's one of these things that you just don't touch, go for everything else.
Yeah, but it sounds like it's a nut I want to crack, though. I want to crack that nut now. I'm looking at it thinking, yeah, I want to crack that nut. Take a Starhawk and some other things.
Jim's saying that Mooney can double arc really well, and with 4 reds out of the side and 3 out the front, then throw Martuk, then if you dare to have shields, yeah, it can hurt really badly. So yeah, Martuk adds a red dice if you have shields. So really, really nasty. But yeah.
Yeah, kill the hard cell, kill the squadrons, run away.
Yeah, absolutely. So also Jim says sitting in the corner with Purgle is kind of boring, so I don't take it.
Yeah, pretty much.
For hyperspace migration. I was like, well, you want to win the game, or do you want to be boring? Maybe that's my tactic.
So far, I gotta say, the top 3 lists, there's no surprise at all. Without even knowing the player skill, there's no surprise that those 3 lists are in the top.
Cool. Okay,
no surprises there.
So we go to 4th place now. We've got James Seed, of course, the Nationals winner from 2019. And this is the Sato Starhawk build. So this is the one that didn't have Krista on it. So we have Sato Starhawk. You have the Most Wanted, Asteroid Tactics, and Infested Fields. Starhawk Battleship Mark 1 with Commander Sato, Wall Explosives, Major Derlin, Local Fire Control, Flak Guns, Point Defense Iron Cannons, and DBY 827 Heavy Turbo Lasers, and Calamity title. And then he's got the 2
Amity, not Calamity.
Yeah, I call it Calamity because it is a calamity. And then I love calling it Calamity. So 2 hammerheads with ordnance experts, disposal capacitors, and assault proton torpedoes. Then a GR-75 with parts resupply, boosted comms, and Bright Hope. Then Squadrons, Dash, Lando, Tycho, Shara. Yeah. Again, don't touch the Starhawk, basically.
It hurts. Just after flying Starhawks, I know how to drop them. So I've seen mine drop enough that
this one
with all that stuff.
This one has 2 salvos, has an evade. Yeah, it's. I presume it gets rid of. I can't remember what it gets rid of, but with local fire control, it has 2 salvos, and if it shoots, if it has Sato in range, it automatically gives you a hit crit on the salvo. That's how bad this is.
Yep.
So
in other words, don't get in range.
Or kill the.
Put it this way: if you're in close range of the Starhawk, you're doing it wrong. So
gets rid of the brace a lot. Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy. For getting rid of the brace to double salvo.
Yeah, but is it really that big of a surprise when you look at it? You already said you don't want to attack the thing.
Yeah.
Like when you think about it, like everyone turns around and says it's just the Starhawk. You put everything into it or you ignore it completely.
Yeah. Evade and
so when you think about it, depending on how you're deployed, you naturally just get rid of the brace.
Yeah, Major Derlin is and what was it? And the evade hurts. Yeah.
Oh, yep. Yeah.
Yeah. So he burns it. Okay, never mind. But anyways,
yeah,
nasty flight. Remember, even if you're at long range and he salvos you, but you've got a squadron, he's got a squadron next to you. He can Sato that salvo red dice salvo and turn it into a black. And then with DBY, turn it into an automatic hit crit.
True.
Yeah.
I'll go back and read what Sato does again.
Yes.
It's been a while.
Remember,
I haven't seen Sato for a while.
as long as you have a squadron at close range of a ship, you can swap 2 dice to whatever color you want.
That's right. It's got to be the squadron, doesn't it?
Yeah. So of course he's got Psycho Tycho and Lando.
He had the points reduction too, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He's 27 points now.
27 points now.
Yeah. Pretty sure his container swapped out. Yeah, I think he has, because with all those points, because he has parts resupply. All he does is just repair, and it's just So very nasty.
Yeah. What else do? You don't need to do anything else but repair. So why wouldn't you? Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Again. Don't attack the Starhawk.
Try and lock down those bloody hammerheads.
All right, so let's get down to 5th place now, and our winner of our door prize too. So that was Alexei. He had the Hateful Eight, as he called it. So his objectives were surprise attack, asteroid tactics, and solar corona. His fleet consists of Onega testbed with General Ramadi, Intel officer, sensor teams, veteran gunners, orbital bombardment cannon, and cataclysm title. Then a second Onega testbed with Intel officer, gunner chief vermilion, ordnance experts, audible bombardment cannons, and Sunder title. Then he had 2 Gazantes, one with Darth Vader, with munitions resupply. Then one with Hondo Hanaka Comsnet. Squadrons were Sienna, Valen, Colonel Jenin, and Marek Still. Yeah, very annoying list it was. Double Onegas with Intel.
God, that would irritate that whole idea. Intel officer.
Yeah.
It's one of those cards that everybody used to take, then everyone kind of stopped. But I think everyone's, especially now that ECMs isn't really the thing anymore. I think you do see, you probably would see a lot more of that. Well, you should see a lot more of it, really. It's I suppose you're shooting long range with the why isn't it on it? Well, God, Muzz, you fly Onegas. Why isn't Onega on every Intel on every Onega? Sorry, because that pretty much just gets rid of that token first round.
Yeah, that's probably the reason why you start attacking the tokens, and Intel does it well.
Why wouldn't you just do that? And if you're not attacking the tokens, you're starting to take damage early.
Actually, I don't see a lot of Intel on Onegas. I see like Ozzel on them, so they can get that, and Cataclysm and Hondo, so they can do that first turn move and attack. So a lot of them do that route. So that's feasible. And of course, Intel officers is 7 points, so it is a bit expensive. But for the Onega test bed, because for how cheap it is, why not put Intel officer on them? So so that 96 points for a large base ship.
Yeah, I can see this one of those ships like this. Like I say, it's annoying as hell, and if you don't see it coming, it's a problem.
Yeah, and it was not just one Onega, but 2 Onegas attack you at long range of Intel. It just hurts. Absolutely hurts.
It's going to hurt.
Yeah. And, just got enough squadrons to protect yourself and also bomb if you are squadronless as well. So, a nice little fighter ball. And then, of course...
it's a simple fighter ball. It's the important fighters too.
Yeah.
Wasn't there a rule? You can only take 2 named or something now?
No. It's 4 named.
4 named at 400 points.
Yeah, in 400 point lists. Yeah. So,
400 points. I'm still trying to
I made sure I checked all the lists beforand, and they're all good.
Yep.
So, Intel beats ECM. The statistics best upgrade are ET and IO. Okay. You don't want Honda on the Onega. You want an officer to choke with Vader. Yeah, I know that. So, yeah. I think from looking, almost any Onega in the tournament had Intel. Yeah, I think Lachlan, did you have differently on yours? I can't remember. Let me know. We'll get to your list sooner or later, but we'll find out. So in 6th place was Steve Gibb. He was flying an Akbar list with Most Wanted, Asteroid Tactics, and Infested Fields. So he had a Guppy Mark 2B with Akbar, Intel Officer, Kaken and Sholins, Electric Countermeasures, and Slave Turrets. Then he had 2 Corvettes, sorry. 2 Corvettes, all of them with Turbolators, a reroute circuit, and one with Jaina's Light. Then 2 Comsnet GR75s. Of course, the Squadrons is Lando, Shara, Tycho, 2 YTs, and Harrison Driller for 396 points.
Yeah, it looks like a list I'd fly.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and
yeah, no, nothing. Yeah, good solid list. This.
Yeah,
You got 3 good attackers there, so yeah.
Yeah, nothing like wow, that's different. It's just a real solid list, and it did the job. So
hey, look at this. Well, look at that with Akbar, 6 red dice out the side with slave turrets.
Yeah,
and Kraken and Sholin, like that's pretty solid. An intel officer.
Yeah,
come on, that's pretty solid.
Yeah, I knew.
You go and throw in a few TRC Corvettes to that as well,
and then you've got
pretty solid.
And then you've got a hero making Shara and Tycho rogue. Off you go. Good for days.
Yeah. Strong list. Good list.
Yeah. Lachlan, I know. I remembered yours not having intel, so we'll get to your list very shortly. All right, so we'll go to what are we up to now? That was 5th, 6th, 7th place now to Michael. It was Pleased to Screed You is the name of this. I like the name of the list. And it was Commander, it was Admiral Screed, of course. So the objectives were advanced gunnery, contested outposts, and dangerous territory. Again, dangerous territory. It was an ISD Simoon 1 with Admiral Screed, Taskmaster Grint, Intensify Firepower, and XX9 turbo lasers. For Gladiator 1, Ordnance Expert, Assault Proton Torpedoes, and of course Demolisher. Then you had a Kuat refit with Emperor Palpatine, Early Warning System, Assault Proton Torpedo, and Relentless Title. Squadrons were both IGs, 88 and 88B. Yeah, it's the Squadrons I don't agree with. For 42 points, I'll do a little bit better than both IGs. But
yeah, it's interesting. You don't generally see IGs at all, actually.
No, but I understand where he's going. He's going for scatter ace rogues, and that's really it. And that's good enough. I probably would have taken Tel Travua if you want a scatter rogue instead and save yourself some points. Even just chucking TIE fighters just to protect yourself would have been a little bit better. The only game I did get to see him play, it was just like, oh, they're dead. But
they're dead. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
they're dead. But he did protect the. It was against a heavy bomber list, but the Simoon did escape and the Gladiator did escape. So only the Kuat went down. So, it was interesting. A Screed fleet with a Simoon, you don't really get to see that.
That's something different.
But he has XX9, so that's the 2 crits face up. So again, very interesting. You don't get to see a lot of XX9 turbo lasers. So and of course, a Taskmaster Grint, what he did was you do a concentrate fire, and then of course he'll do a concentrator command. He'll get the token and then use it for intensified firepower. So that's how we run that. I'm
looking at the IGs as well, and die fast. They've only got the scatter. They've got 5 hulls, speed 5, but like if you can do better for 41 points, but you could do worse. I don't think it's that bad at all, really.
They did give him the tabling in the mirror versus Franz. Okay, I did not know that, but must be that's where the IGs have come in and done some damage. Interesting.
Yeah. Would you take 2 decimators instead of 2 IGs?
Yeah, I would. Actually, I would, because they're 8 hull. And
they're 8 hull?
Yeah. And
they're 8 hull. They're 3 black, 3
Yeah, the only problem is they're heavy. That's the only problem.
They are heavy. They got counter 1.
That's the only problem. They won't lock things down. The IGs will. Yeah,
that's the thing. IGs will do it, but yeah. Difference is, look, the armies haven't had squadrons. The only difference is the decimators are pretty much like a ship attacking, really. Yeah, that's the only thing.
But even that,
I know the IGs. It'd be fun. I wouldn't mind flying the IGs.
No, I don't get me wrong. He did really well to be in the top 8 for starters. So give credit where credit is due. So I would have probably chucked in a Gazanti and say a couple of tires and call it a list. But so a 5 black anti-ship on IGs isn't bad either, or unopposed. Yeah. So yeah, look, their Squadron dice is pretty good, but for 21 points, it's a lot of points. Even just like fire sprays. I know Clint will yell at me saying fire sprays are overpriced and he should be less points.
No, they are not. Oh, I've still got nightmares. Fire sprays were the thing to get, were the go-to back in the early days.
Back in the days,
I'm
but
honestly surprised. Honestly, I still think they're great. Rogue bombers, for crying out loud, rogue bombers.
Yeah.
You know, the things are pretty cheap. What are they? The bloody fire sprays.
All right, so
18 points for 2 blue dice rogue bombers, speed 3, 6 hull. No, that is not overpriced, Clint. That is not.
You argue with Clint, not with me. All right.
If that is overpriced, then so is Shara. That's 17 points.
Well, Lachlan's saying they are, so you can tell Lachlan as well too that they're not.
Yeah, cool. You drop those things down to 16 points, and that's all those people are going to fly.
Yeah,
because how would you not? That's
like you wouldn't take a generic defender anymore. That's the only problem now. If they drop it down to 16. But we'll talk about generic defenders coming up very shortly, which is interesting. All right, let's head down further on. Let's go to Anthony Jennings. So Tony J. So you know him from he's one of the Adelaide boys.
He just made him top 8, didn't he?
No,
this is the 8th list.
I think this is the 9th. I think out of my top of my head.
Was it?
I
thought 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. No, yeah, he's 8.
Oh, 8th place. Okay, I've been counting.
He's 8th. Yeah, 8th place. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was. 8th place.
So he just made the cut with this list.
Yeah. All right, so we go to Tony's place. So we've got Admiral. This is the Admiral Constantine fleet. So we've got the objectives is Rift Assault, Rift Ambush, and Infested Fields. The flagship is a Interdictor Suppression with Admiral Constantine, Captain Brunson, Auxiliary Shield Team, DCAPs, G8 Experimentals, the G-Well, Gravwell projectors, Iron Cannon batteries, and Interdictor title with 2 Gazantes, one with Admiral Titus and Comset, and the other one with Comset. Then an ISD Simon Refleet, Minister Tour, Intensify Firepower, Local Fire Control, Flak Guns, Slick Turbolasers, the DBY 827 Heavy Turbolasers, Sovereign Title, and Electric Countermissions. Squadrons is Tel, Valen, and 2 TIE Interceptors for free and 98 points.
That is annoying as hell.
Absolutely. Yeah. You're coming fast towards me. I slow you down. Simon,
yeah,
bang.
cool. Admiral Titus will give you a bad day.
Yeah.
Where he wants you. That one round.
Yeah.
Start round 1. Constantine just doing Constantine
down. And then if you want to deploy in that area, well, speed 0. Thank you very much. So he has yeah. And of course,
a lot of board control there.
Yeah.
A lot of board control.
Yeah, and the Rift helping you as well too. So 2 Rift objectives in this list. So I like it. And very well done to see him make the top 8 with Constantine. So props are there. And of course, the Squadrons as well. Tel Travura, as I said, a really good ace for 17 points. And Valen Rudor works really well. And the 2 TIE Interceptors, again, 52 points. Very nice little squadron ball just to keep those little things, a decent squadron ball at bay.
We'd like to see how this played, actually, just to see if Constantine was played. Because, you just don't see a lot of Constantine around, even with the fix and the points drops and stuff. But, interesting. And
no HIAs. It's got iron cannon batteries. Of course, either take away a token or lose a shield if you don't have no tokens. Yeah. So, again, if you have that nav token trying to speed up, then he'll take it away from you. So, love it.
You got that Gazanti feeding the ECMs all the time and other things as well.
Yeah. Very nice. All right, so we go to 9th place. So we go to Jim's list.
I was going to say we've got the top 8 now, and we're already an hour into this. So do you want to just go through and do a few highlights then?
Well, we'll go for this couple lists here. Yeah. So this is the other Starhawk, like the Mon Mothma fleet one here. So we've got Station Assault, Fleet and Bin, and Solar Corona. So with Starhawk, Markship at 1, Mon Mothma, Krista Agate, Major Derlin. So again, no Krista Agate. It's Mon Mothma here. Tekken and Sholin, Iron Cannon batteries, X X7, XY7 laser turbo lasers.
XI7s.
XI7s. I've lost it for a second. Calamity, of course. MC30. There's the other one. Expert shield techs, ordnance experts, early warning systems, all protons, and linked turbo lasers and foresight. Then you got the GR75, Leia, comms, banded, Bright Hope. Squadrons, Shara, Tycho, Green, Kanan, Jarrus.
There's something you don't usually see on the table.
I know. I thought you like.
You know what the worst is? I can't even remember what he does.
Is the assault one.
The assault ones. I've got to go look him up because I've never flown him.
No one flies him. That's the problem.
No one flies him, and that no one expects Kanan Jarrus
except for Jim. So
oh god.
So Kanan Jarrus is while you're attacking ship.
He's the Hawk.
Yeah, he's in the Hawk. Your favorite ship. You got to know that.
I know. You'd think I would, wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Why would you? You take Jan. 19 points for Jan and 19 points for Kanan.
Yeah.
While attacking a ship, you may spend 1 die with a crit icon. If you do, the defender gains 1 raid token of your choice. Okay, that's why I don't fly, because I just don't see a point in taking raids. Oh, but you know what? He flies. He's on 2.
He's a hero of the row alien, as Jim says.
Yeah, he is. Well, looking at it, he does roll 2 blue dice.
2 blue dice. So if you get
and so your chance of getting that crit are pretty good.
Yeah.
And if you're throwing 2 blue dice into a ship, you got a good chance of getting a crit. Nah, crap, I can't do that, but I might as well give you a raid token.
Give you a raid token. Why not? Yeah, absolutely.
Why not? He's rogue.
Yeah.
I suppose 19 points. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Trouble is, for 3 more points, I could take Ketsu.
I know you.
That's the problem.
Honestly, with Cloak Assault, he's very annoying for ships attempting to end turn around your fleet. Yeah, fair enough, Jim. And
now, what is I've forgotten. What's Assault do again?
Assault is that is the give a raid token. I think I can't remember off the top of my head. I believe it's Assault. Cloak is.
So that's the thing. That's the thing. I can't remember for the life of what the hell Assault does.
Yeah, it's
I know what Cloak does. Yeah, you get to disengage.
It's basic. Yeah, he's basically Assault keyword is giving him raid tokens. Again, more raid tokens.
More raid. Okay, it's double raid. Yeah.
Correct. So you can spend a hit, because I think you have to spend a hit to give him a raid with Assault.
Yeah.
With this, you can not give a hit, you give him a crit, and you give him a raid.
He's a good control ship. So you got those ships out there, like you got that bloody Maleficent thing, which we looked at earlier. Yeah. Which is impossible to hit. So, okay, cool. I'll just give you nothing but raid tokens then. I won't hit you.
Yeah.
But you still counter an attack even though you don't land damage, don't you? So,
yeah.
He's got 2 braces. Oof, wouldn't last long, but...
No, but he
could be really annoying.
Really annoying. And if you have a squadronless fleet, that's going to be really annoying.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
All right, let's keep moving on.
Right.
So we've got Mick... here as well. He's got.
We gotta keep going down because
I know. We'll make it quick. So we've got an interesting one with Admiral Tarkin, Venator, and 2 acclimators here. The only problem with this, apologies, Mick, the acclimators are just absolutely flaky as. So interesting fleet, but a lot of things blow up in this fleet, unfortunately. So
the acclimators don't look like they're doing much.
No, unfortunately the acclimators almost basically they're quasars. They're almost flaky as quasars. But a very interesting list with Admiral Tarkin just giving tokens and
well, not to mention, he's get the tokens out, but at the same time, he doesn't really have a lot of good dice modification in that, does he either?
No, he doesn't. That's the other thing too. He failed a lot. He did have dice modifications, and so when he said ships were attacking, and then the acclimators and venators have very bad movement speed. So a lot of times he was outpositioned with those ships when he went past certain things and couldn't get that turnaround to attack again. So
this is also the first Republic we've looked at, hasn't it?
Yes.
But he didn't get a Republic in the top 8. So that's interesting. We only had 1 Separatist, and that made 2nd place. So we had 3 Republic, and not a single one of them made top 8. Interesting.
Yeah. So next one is another Sato list here from Ryan. He's got a Corvette, Scout, 2 Scout frigates. There you go. There's another fleet with 2 Scouts. GR75, Squadrons, Han, Ketsu, Shara, Tycho, Rogue. Yeah,
it looks strong. I can't see. It's all strong. Yeah.
Andrew was flying He was the one who was flying Krista, but on a Guppy. So 2 Guppies, 2 GF-35s, Bigs, 3 X-Wings, Janors, Nora Wexley, and 4 Y-Wing Squadrons.
He's basically pushing the game of Squadrons there. That's his gameplay.
That's it. Yeah.
Push the Squadrons hard. It's a strong Squadron ball that push it hard, hit home with it. So yeah, interesting.
All right, let's continue on. So the name's King Tarkin. So this is Thomas's fleet. I like the name of the fleet list. So we have Grand Moff Tarkin, Imperial 2, Gladiator 1, Architon's Light Cruiser, and Gazanti Expanded Hangar Base. This is what I thought had Thrawn, but it was a Tarkin instead, actually.
Okay.
So this is where I thought I had Thrawn. So this one's really good. Squadrons consist of Colonel Jenin, Marek Steele, and a single TIE Defender squadron. So this
didn't need much more.
No, he did really well. In the end, he unfortunately got David in the last round. And he was 3-0. He did really well, but he got David at the end. Unfortunately, he didn't get a good run.
Yeah, David. I can see how David would give this list a good run for it. This list I can see this list doing really great against a lot of things. I think the weakest ship in this is the Architon, but otherwise it's pretty solid. The other 2 ships are pretty solid, but yeah, they just. That Imperial 2 is not really going to stand up to like 4 Corvettes just flying around the plinking away.
And it
That's
didn't.
The thing.
But it was.
It didn't. Yeah.
But the other 3 games other 2 games I did get to see, really well played and really well executed. So you just.
I can see this doing really well. Yeah.
So again, that's probably a list I want to highly give my thumbs up to. So we'll go to the other Republic list. So we got the Plo Koon. This is the French player. We did have a French player playing in our tournament. So we had Eric Casey. So he was flying a Plo Koon list with Consular, Venator 2, and an Acclamator with 4 Arcs, Anakin, and 3 V19 Torrent Squadrons. So I didn't get to see this a lot, but again, the Acclamator with Nabuta B and Hyperspace rings, pushing the arcs forward and doing a lot of damage with Nabuta B. Very nice list. But again, it didn't. I think it was because I didn't get to see all of his games, but he did have some really heavy matchups that didn't do him well. So, but job well done playing us at a weird amount of times. At the wrong
hard time zones for playing on this side of the world.
Yeah. So that was the other Republic list. All right. So we got Supercam. He was flying, and he was the only MC-80 with General Dodana. Corvette B with Dodana's Pride, Hammerhead Scout, GR-75, and Luke Wedge, Dudge, Lando, 2 Y-Wings, and X-Wings.
Oof, that's a tough squadron bowl. But Dodana's Pride.
Yeah.
The Corvette B with Don's Pride. Wow.
Yeah.
Now that's a ship I've not seen in a long time.
Long time.
A long time.
And of course, Mon Caron on there. So, a title you don't see a lot because of what's happened.
Yep.
He used his hyperspace to development and get into arcs into combat. Yeah. He used his Venator into combat while Nabuta B sat back in command squadrons. Yeah, I'd say that's what you would do with that list. So. I didn't get to see a lot of it. Unfortunately, I wanted to catch one of his teams, his matches. Apparently, he was a really, really fun person to be streaming and watching at the same time. Very comedic guy. Then we have Luke. He had his double Onaga fleet with Intel Officer. There you go. And Darth Vader was his commander. Nothing to write. He had 8 TIE fighters, 2 Kazantis, 1 with Hondo, Comsnet, and Orbital Bombardment Cannons, and 1 with Cataclysm.
Yeah, he's got that good long-range sniper. If he gets those right matchups, long-range sniping, then he's going to do really well.
Yeah. Here we go. Trash.
You let me down, mate. You let me down.
So, you want to tell him what he did wrong with this list? Or?
Oh, no. I didn't get to watch all of the games. I saw one of them. I thought, it's just some of the Corvettes were just a little bit out of position. But still, he still flew all right. Actually, he didn't do too bad with it. So
didn't do bad. Yeah, he probably got he got the raw side of the stick with some matchups, I think. And it
usually is. It's the same with a lot of things. Well, actually, the way Armada is really at the moment, it really is. It's just there really are some just poor matchups against your lists.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah, and there is one game where one fleet was heavily outmatched and was playing very defensively. So if you watch Daniel and LTD's game, very good viewing on how to be defensive and still take that 6-5 win, or 6-5 loss, and make it as like a draw. So a very good way to, if you are trying to learn the game of Armada, very good way to combat fleets that are against you.
So yeah, we got the Corvette with Kraken, TRC, Janus Light, another TRC, another TRC Corvette, two of those.
Yep.
We got the MC30, XI7, which is actually really funny. He put XI7 on his MC30 as opposed to me. Usually I always run the blue dice to accuracy.
H9s.
H9s, that's one.
Yeah.
I always run that. He said the XI7s worked well though, because he just got that extra. He just line up for two attacks, and they can't redirect one shield. So yeah, he actually worked out really well actually. So I think I'll actually look into that as well. I saw a couple of games where that was working, and
I feel sorry for our Irish Mad Cat. He was in the top 8. It was very close for points for this tournament. I can't believe how close the points were from like second till the bottom of the list. He had to concede his last game because he had to go to work, so he got a 0 for this game. So he would have been right in the top 8 with this list. So he did really well. He came against Mac, one of the best games in this tournament. Mac and him, it was really good banter. It was going backwards and forwards, and it was a very interesting match. So if you do get to watch a match, watch Mac and Irish Mad Cat do it, and how Armada is played really well. So these two guys did it really well. Really good match to watch.
Yeah, it's just crazy. I'm looking at Irish Mad Cat. It's just two MC30 scouts. That's it.
That's it. Yeah.
It's like, man, that is nuts.
Yeah, I know.
That's absolutely nuts.
But again,
Dutch heavy on the Squadrons.
The Squadrons are the ones you need to watch out.
Ugh.
Yeah, because almost full Squadrons, all rogue, basically.
I was just thinking, imagine if you threw Hera Jan in amongst all that as well.
Yeah,
that'd be even worse.
Yeah, I understand why he threw Hera, and fair enough. You just don't have.
Hera's the better choice.
Yeah,
they're all rogue, just move and shoot.
Yeah, so next we've got Luke. We've got the another MC2 MC30 list, and a Neb B, two Neb Bs, and 6 A.
2 Neb Bs. Ooh.
Vanguard title and Salvation.
Wow. So Foresight, Admonition, Vanguard, and Salvation. Ooh,
and 6 A weeks.
6 A weeks. Oh mate, this. Yeah.
I think you need some time.
I think I found my new best friend. Seriously, this is my list. Oh,
and of course, objective blockade run.
Yeah, of course.
Just to make it more interesting.
I love it. Capture VIP infested fields. Why not?
Yeah.
Oh man, that is cool. This is a cool
397.
Kraken. Oh man, this is great. I love this list. Absolutely love this list.
So you got some ideas, do you?
Oh yeah, this is good. I love that list. Yeah.
All right.
Man, I'm just gonna. I could just sit here all night and just look at this and think of all these different tactics. That is just wow.
All right, we hit Lachlan's feet. Sam's special delivery. So we've got General Ramadi. So we've got interdictor suppression refit, Hydronaka proximity mines, G7X gravwell, grav shifts, point defense irons, another interdictor with Captain Eater, proximity mines, GX, gravwells, target scramblers, point defense iron cannons in interdictor title, General Ramadi with Admiral Ozzel as the officer, ordnance experts, veteran gunners, on bombardment cannons, and cataclysm. Well, Darth Vader comms and a proximity mine, and 2 TIE fighters at 397. So
go back. Did you say proximity mine?
Yeah, proximity. 2 proximity mines on each interdictor.
Oh wow.
Yeah. I don't know what happened.
What the heck?
I don't know what happened to Lachlan. Lachlan, you have to probably explain yourself on this one. The list did great. The objectives did great. I played horribly. Okay. Thanks, Lachlan, for that.
Proximity mines. Wow. Proximity mines. Oh my god. I never thought anyone at Terry would play those.
Yeah, but so that's especially with the engineering of the interdictor, I think you can place 3 of them for each one. Correct me if I was
Yeah.
wrong. So you can place 6 proximity mines around and just let it rip. And of course, Onika testbed sits back, shoots. Cataclysm, of course, Oswald gives you that first turn move. Of course, you've got Hondo. You've got Hondo on the interdictor. Bang. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice. No,
Wow.
yeah. It's a nice list, but unfortunately, Paul Lachlan just played horribly, as he says here. Here we go. Here we go. This is the list for me that if we had for the best list, like, just creatively, he wins the cake. He wins a medal for this one. This is Lester and his a 5 pelter list. We've got objectives. We've got precision strike, abandoned mining facility, and dangerous territory. So we've got 2 medical frigate pelters with clone navigation officer and boosted comms, and one with Admiral Yularium himself. Then he's got 2 free transport frigates with auxiliary shield teams, parts resupply, and reactive gunnery. Then 7 Y-wings and Anakin Skywalker. Just absolutely nasty.
This is a bitch of a list.
Yeah, if you don't,
this really is like this list. How do you kill this list? It's just like it's 5 bloody activations.
The one when he did become against Thomas, all he had to do, the only way he could win it is just one-shotting a pelter, one or close to it, and getting that direct hit or something like that. He had to one-shot a pelter, or he'll just recover that quickly and recover its shields. It just like, if you don't kill it straight away, it recovers and regens. It's like the Terminator just coming back, reforming.
Well, I watched him play this one. I saw him play against Trash, and it's not only that he can recover the points on the shields, he can also recover whole points on squadrons.
Squadrons, yeah.
And
absolutely.
Trash couldn't kill that. The game turned against Trash when he couldn't kill that one bloody Y-wing.
Yeah.
And he regens up to health, and it's just like, what the heck? It's all because Shara did a shitty roll. She rolled a 3 crits on a normal roll instead of on a counter, and it's just, it just blew it apart. It just once it's, and you don't get off that 1 extra squadron in those Y-wings.
If you don't kill Alpha 1 that at 1 Y-wing, it's gonna come back and it's gonna bite you. So yeah, that's the only way you could kill things. You had to kill them and make sure they were dead. So again, everyone's saying this was an awesome list, a really good list, and well done, Lester. You've really made
this puts the old Roy Aiken list to shame. This does.
Yeah.
Roy Aiken kept the ship alive to so it could shoot next round. This list prevents it from dying.
Yeah.
This is worse.
So yeah, Lester, you win the best list. If we had a best list award, you win it. Hands down.
I think he does. Like 5 pelters. Come on, 5 pelters, 7 Y-wings, Anakin. You can't. You can't beat this. Like, come on, no one's come up with. None of the listeners are creative as this. This is brilliant. And then, we saw some good lists, but this is bloody brilliant.
And then, of course, in the last game, his reactive gunnery, and he has 2 reds, and he got 2 doubles at 1 shot.
Of course he did.
And that's not without modifying. That was that was a pure Clint roll. So that was just crazy. And that was at long range too, up top. So yeah, it was absolutely crazy. All right, so we head down to the last couple of fleets. So we've got Franz. So he's got the Ozzel Switchblade. So he's got an Architon's light cruiser with Ozzel, Nida, reinforced blast doors, turbolaser reboot circuit, and Hand of Justice. Then a Kuat with River Demise, Ordnance Experts, hardened bulkheads, reactive gunnery, leading shots, expanded launches, and relentless. Then a Simon with Wolfularin, incentive firepower, gunnery teams, Q7s, XI7s, link turbolasers, and sovereign title. Surprise attack, fleet and being, and navigation type objectives.
Yeah, just 3 ships, no squadrons, and I can see those tractor beams being a pain in the ass because who's going to catch onto those?
Yeah, it's almost the same as the list as before with from Michael B. So Kuat, Simon, and a small ship. So
yeah,
interesting build.
Probably you can see it dying pretty fast though to heavy squadron lists.
Yeah. At least he's got
had a few of those.
At least he's got linked turbolaser towers to do something about squadrons, but that's on the Simon only. So yeah. Okay, so we get to Ian. Ian was flying a Onega. He was flying a Sloan Onega. This was almost one fleet. What's his Valadian's list, but just minus the title on the Raider. Oh god, I should know this off by heart. The Raider title. The
Corvus.
Corvus, that's it. I should know that.
Yeah, Corvus.
Yeah, Corvus.
That should be stapled to the radar.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is probably why.
Honestly, especially I don't think it's an unpopular opinion, but I'd almost take Corvus over Honda.
Yeah. I
think that'd be an unpopular opinion only because I know a lot of people like to take only because I like to beat the red objectives. So yeah, that's just the way I play. I'd rather just pick. I'd like to try and beat the red objective because you know what the two red objectives are, don't you?
Yeah.
So if you can beat those two,
yeah,
and Corvus beats that. Corvus beats it
absolutely. And
so,
you want Raider to be that lifeboat for Sloan. So you take Corvus and take her right away, far away. So yeah.
And often Honda can backfire you so easily.
Yeah. That's why it's
really
that's why I don't take him. I don't. It's like, oh, I really want those two the two tokens, but I feel like I'm going to give two away, and it's probably something that he might like. So, or her might like.
It could be something he might like. Hey, you could force him to take a token and screw up his game plan too.
Yeah, true.
But at the same time, I personally, I don't know. I just feel like, look, if you want a token, set a token, and I'd rather have the Corvus title than Hondo any day on that list.
Yeah. Ian dropping Corvus and Andrew Tex punished him during the tournament. The list doesn't need a bid. Okay. Oh, this is actually the 10-point bid list.
Oh, it is too.
Yeah, there you go. So he could take Corvus. And,
he could have taken Corvus. Yeah. He could have taken both and just had an 8-point bid, and then he would have only had to worry about 2 people outbidding him.
Yeah.
This is all right. Sorry, Ian. This is where the salt really gets rubbed in now. But yeah, obviously the 10-point bid didn't help. But Corvus probably could have.
Louis is saying the guy Lester who flied the Pelter is saying just wait for the next iteration of Pelter wall. I have a way to make it tankier. He says.
Oh boy.
Oh.
Now I feel like I want to build something to beat that.
That's you, Ian.
Yeah. I feel every time I see some of the massive tanky list like that, I feel like I want to build something specifically to wipe it out. And you know what? I might do it with 5 rebel pelters.
Yeah, he will do it, ladies and gentlemen. He will.
Okay. I think I might have to go build that.
We'll talk about that some other day, but let's finish.
That'll be another day.
Yeah. Yep. So of course, let's go the second last of Clint, or technically last if you don't want to call the dropout, but he had his Mar Baker list, but a bit mixed up a bit. He's dropped his Onig Star Destroyer for a test bed. He's put Sunder title, and then he's put Boarding Troopers and Boarding Trooper Darth Vader on his Simons, which just didn't work as what he wanted to. And yeah,
didn't work the way he wanted to.
No, because it's Boarding Troopers, and you want to be close range with Simons. You don't want to do that. I know he goes speed 3 and fast, but you don't want to be close range with.
Yeah, I would have thought the way he plays, it would have because he usually does go fast. He usually does get them in your face. So I honestly thought Boarding Troopers would be a thing. It would work for him.
It didn't work out for him, and the games that I did see him watching never got Sunder off. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's the Sunder title goes onto the Star Destroyer variant. That's really it, because you have to have a blue crit or a black crit.
So he's going to change his list back.
He well, he did play his old list on Thursday because he didn't. That's all he had. So again, no Squadrons, 400 points. So
cool.
You think he would have done a little bit better in this tournament, but I feel like that the new stuff he tried didn't suit him well, or he didn't know how to play it well, and that kind of backfired on him.
Yeah.
And then last is Zura. He was our Indian player. So he had an Imperial 1 with Admiral Sloan, Emperor Palpatine, flight controllers, expanded band, hangar base, boosted comms, point defense, iron cannon, linked LTTs. Then an Architects with Wolf, reinforced blast doors, and XX9's turbo lasers. Then Gazanti with flight controllers, comms, extended hangar bays. And then Squadrons are 5 TIE Interceptor Squadrons, Howrunner, Captain Jonas, Dengar, and Colonel Jendon for $3.99. Just to let you know, this guy is a new player. He was learning the ropes, so he wasn't he wasn't too bad. You know, it was just unfortunately he had to drop out. So, but a very interesting list.
Yeah, I'm looking up. To be honest, I think it actually looks pretty solid.
Yeah. As I said,
Commander on the Gazanti, I don't know about.
Yeah, I think probably drop that. And
God, I can't even remember what Flight Commander does.
isn't it after you move, you get to activate?
I think
Is
so.
that the one?
Something like that. Yeah,
You get to activate squadrons.
Yeah, something. I thought it was move squadrons or something. I can't remember.
You move. Oh, you move squadrons off speed 1 or something like that, isn't it?
Yeah, it's bugging me now. I've got to look it up.
it's coming up to 10 o'clock and our brains probably must be fried. So,
was it Flight Commander? Was it?
Yeah. Anyone knows?
Flight Commander 3 points. There it is. During your activation, you can resolve your squadron command after you execute your maneuver.
It is that one.
Yeah, it is that one.
That's not too bad.
No, it's not bad. It's not too bad, but yeah. If you fly better, you don't need that card.
No, you always think like I've learned to drop extended hangar bays and put boosted comms on everything. That for 4 points, way better.
Oh yeah, way better because you got that better reach.
Yeah.
But then again, I can understand it actually if I'm looking at it, like to move that Gazanti up. And the problem is that he drop comms on the Gazanti then.
Yeah.
Because why pass tokens when you're going to be using?
Yeah, that's the other thing too. Yeah, it's kind of a bit of wasted points there.
Yeah. But the Gazantis, to be honest, I look at the whole list. The only thing that's really I'm not liking in the list is the way he built the Gazanti of all things. Because I don't mind the reinforced bar stores, Architon, Wolfularan, XX9s.
Yeah.
XX9s. I'd probably swap XX9s out for something else, but dropping comms.
And it is an Architon's command cruiser. I'd probably drop it to a light cruiser as well, and just because if you had like engine techs or something like that with the command cruiser, that's the only reason why I take command cruisers.
Yeah. Anyway, no. To be honest, look, when I saw Sloan, I looked at those squadrons. I thought, oh god, that's a nightmare. Yeah. But it's just the Gazanti and the Architon probably just need a little bit of tweaking. But apart from that, no, it looks all right.
Yeah. And that's all the lists. So that's all done there. So yeah, that was the 25 players that joined us up for that event. So again, well done for David for going 4-0 and winning that one.
Well done.
Yes, absolutely.
I'll have to come out of retirement, stop renovating and working, and have to come down and knock him down a peg, do I?
I think you do. Yeah.
You think I do? Yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Someone has to knock him down a peg, please. That's all good. But congrats to him. Job well played. Well done. And he's
well done.
Two gentlemen in the field there. Also, before I forget, a big thank you for Admiral Tater as well. I forgot to thank him for the prize support that he made for us for all the top 16 acrylic stuff. So big thank you to him as well. I forgot to after the stream I realized I should have thanked him at the end. Big thanks for his support in this tournament, and again a big thank you for all the players who joined up and enjoyed the game. There's nothing for you stopping creating your own event as well, and of course there's plenty of other things around it you can create, and content and prize support. So yeah, it was really fun. I'm really tired after 4 weeks, full weeks of streaming. I think I'll give it a bit of a rest, but I'll be back and doing other stuff. But one day doing full 3 games of Armada just takes it out of you, and for 4 weeks every day doing a game, it was just a little too much. So yeah, but it was a really good fun tournament. It was really good. As I said, some really cracking awesome games, and some games you kind of you can watch and say, well, this is what you do in defense, this is what you do in attack, this is what you do when you're battling a fleet that you don't want to you want to kind of go like defensive or offensively. Yeah, it was a lot of games where you kind of go, I can pick and say, if you want to do this, watch this game. So there's a lot of games so it was really good to watch. So, and very close games, as you can tell by the scoreboard at the end of the series. It was very close, except for the top 2 players, of course. But Ian, any final thoughts before we wrap this up tonight?
No, it was good to see the list, like good variety in list there as well. The only thing I found interesting was the fact that we didn't see any of the Republic in the top 8. I would have thought there might have been some things because I know they've got a lot of good fun toys there, and I'm surprised we didn't see them at top 8. But apart from that, they would, yeah, seemed good. I tried to watch as many games I could, jump in there where I could, and yeah, it was good.
Yeah, I feel like that the Republic fleets are really handshake fleets, and you got to get things right to make it work. So that's my outtake of Republic at the moment. Separatists are fun to play, build, and play at the same time, but Republic is, I feel like it just a lot of things have to come together to make it work. So, but again, you know, a lot of those fleets are really interesting fleets. Probably they just didn't get the run that they wanted to get, and they probably would have done a little bit higher. As I said, Leicester's fleet was pretty awesome, and I thought would have made. I thought it was going to get somewhere, but he just got some really tough matches at the end. He in the 4th round he got James. James Steed, and he just got massacred there, unfortunately, with the Starhawk just blowing up the pelters up left, right, and center. So if you want to see that game, that was pretty nasty there. So I feel like the Gar counts as Imperials, but the problem they lose everything else. Stares at Akbar. Yeah, Akbar's just Akbar. Akbar's always going to be there. He's going to be that just 2 red dice, and just those side arcs is just, it's going to be there forever. It's just your solid rebel Imperial command that they go to. So nothing wrong with Akbar. Yep. So yeah. All right, guys. I think that's a night. I think Ian's looking at his clock, going, "You said an hour," and I've got.
I'm building a 5 pelter list. I'm building a 5 pelter list.
Oh, good. Actually. Oh, good. So I've got him thinking about Armada. This is good. This is good or bad if other people are watching. So, but yeah, that's all for.
It could go either way.
It could go either way. So thank you for tuning in, guys. Thank you so much for playing. If you did play, thank you for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed our content. Make sure you share it and show your friends and say, hey, look at me playing Armada. You know, this is what I do. Share it to your mates, show it to your community. And if you want to run your tournaments, guys, there is nothing stopping you from running your own events. And as you can see, you can get.
And if Mars can do it, you can do it.
If I can do it, you can do it too. That's right. Correct. All right. Any final words, Ian? 5 pelters?
Yeah, 5 pelters. I think that's the future. Cool. So yeah, stay tuned.
Stay tuned. All right, that's all for tonight, guys. And remember, like, subscribe, follow us on the socials, and fly casual. See ya.